Tail of the tape.
You see nothing highlighted. Age, height, weight, reach, all relatively the same. No physical differences really between these guys. It's going to be the intangibles that decide this fight.
You ready?
That is what it's at stake. Bellator's lightweight world title, round number 1. Alvarez in the red trunks, the champion Chandler in the white trunks.
The thing about Chandler, he likes to keep his hands low and rely on his speed. That might be a mistake against Eddie.
Watch your head. Watch your head.
Side-to-side movement from Alvarez. Swing and a miss, then the slip by Chandler. Alvarez didn't pounce.
That's the one thing that's always impressed me about Eddie is his footwork. Not a lot of guys in MMA have that boxing, angling footwork. Eddie Alvarez does.
Right hand lands from Alvarez. So Chandler trying to establish the jab. There's Chandler coming forward.
The one advice I would have given Eddie Alvarez in my first round if I were his coach is move, move, move. Head movement, foot movement. Don't stand in front of this kid like you did at the beginning of the last fight. Make him miss, frustrate him, make him pay.
Alvarez looking very loose on his feet. Now looking for the single leg. Chandler doing well to defend. Gets the separation.
In Eddie Alvarez's corner, Kenny Monday. U.S. Olympic gold medalist, outstanding wrestler. You know he's been working on his takedown defense.
Stiff left jab by Alvarez. Already an abrasion under Chandler's right eye. Good right hand by Alvarez.
Eddie loves that punch, that lead right hand.
Alvarez just waving Chandler in. Chandler yet to find the striking timing.
You tell what Eddie wants to do, frustrate the kid. Angle, move, make him miss, make him frustrated. He may be naturally faster, he may have picked up a lot of boxing, but Eddie Alvarez just more experienced.
Good right hand by Chandler. Chandler swinging hard as he steps into the pocket, Jimmy. Above the waistline from Chandler. Now walking forward. Counter left from Alvarez. Good right hand. Alvarez looking for the single leg. The fighters back to their feet. 1:45 remaining, round number 1. Scheduled for 5. This for the Bellator lightweight world title.
One thing Eddie's gonna have to do is counter-strike effectively. Catch Alvarez when he misses. When he makes mistakes, make him pay, make him back off. Because right now, he's certainly the aggressor in this fight. Isn't landing effectively yet, but he's certainly pushing the pace. Good strategy against somebody like that is land some good counter-strikes, make him respect you.
Chandler missing badly with that lead left hook. He comes forward. Alvarez, a lot of lateral movement, Jimmy.
Nice jab.
Kick caught. Chandler pounces. Has to get one hook in. Big takedown. Chandler now has his right hook in.
I can't see how deep it is from here. It's deep.
Tied on the rear naked choke. Chandler looking to finish. 28 seconds to go. Can he find it in this time? No. Great submission defense from Alvarez as he powers out. What a look of grit and determination on the face of Eddie Alvarez.
Fight.
Joe McCarthy recognized the accidental headbutt. Quick separation. Right back to it. Chandler right back to it, driving in. Slip by Chandler. Here comes round two.
You ready? Get up.
Jimmy, your scorecard round one.
Very close first round. I went 10-9 Chandler. Eddie was landing good, effective counter strikes at the beginning of the round. Then he was still angling toward the end of the round, but Michael Chandler started taking over. You saw the takedown at the end. Very close, but 10-9 Chandler on my scorecard. Oh,
good right hand, then the left. Counter right back from Alvarez. Misses badly. Bounce in the step of the champion, Michael Chandler. Chandler's worked so much, not just on his footwork, but on his head movement in his stand-up. Bring the C punches better, slip punches better. Clubbing right from Alvarez. Chandler, you can see just loading up that right hand, Jimmy.
Landed a couple good ones so far.
Alvarez on his bicycle, circling to a better angle.
Likes that look away right hand, that strafing right hand. It's been a very effective punch for him.
Hands, guys.
Just like that.
Slight abrasion now under the left eye of Eddie Alvarez. Alvarez trying to establish his jab.
Fingers, Michael.
Good left hand, almost a look away.
Hands in his face.
1-2.
Nice jabbing. What will it do to the energy level of Eddie Alvarez? He has been circling non-stop since the beginning of this fight. Costs a lot of energy angling that way. It's an effective strategy. Move, but it also takes a lot of gas.
Stiff jabs from Alvarez. See, Chandler, though, Jimmy, is he's walking and really trying to showcase that head movement. To the body. Looking for the takedown, and he gets it. Right back, another takedown from the waist cinch. See, Alvarez trying to pop back to his feet.
Chandler has what I call wrestler's jiu-jitsu. It's opportunistic. Things like rear naked chokes, guillotines, head and arm. He'll catch you in a bad position, and he'll capitalize on it. Can be very effective.
Earlier in round two, and another takedown by Chandler. I mentioned the abrasion under Alvarez's left eye, now bleeding from under his left eye. There's Chandler bleeding from under his right eye. Chandler trying to stay tight. Downward elbow strikes from Alvarez. See the blood on the thigh now of Eddie Alvarez. It's from under Chandler's right eye. Significant bleeding and significant swelling, Jimmy. Alvarez looking to his corner.
Come on, let's work. Let's go.
John McCarthy telling both fighters to work.
It's a difficult position for Michael Chandler to use here. Got to pull him off the fence.
Let's go.
Alvarez just looked at McCarthy like, are you going to stand us up? Alvarez gets up of his own volition. 50 seconds to go, round number two.
Oh, nice combination.
Chandler's left eye is starting to swell significantly. And the level change from the champion. And the takedown. 20 seconds remaining, round 2. Open guard from Eddie Alvarez. Right hand from Chandler, posturing on his knees, close guard from Alvarez. 10 minutes in the books. Bellator's former lightweight world champion Eddie Alvarez versus that man, Bellator's reigning lightweight world champion Michael Chandler. Round number 3 of this rematch. Jimmy, what do you think thus far?
10-9 Chandler in round number 2. I thought Chandler landed better strikes. Other than that, oh, nice kick.
In the right hand.
An uppercut combination Eddie Alvarez threw is his best combo of the fight. I thought Chandler's activity and takedowns won him that second round. Very close, though.
Three rights to the body from Alvarez.
The question is going to be, what's going to happen if that eye swells shut? Depth perception goes right out the window. Sorry, that left eye.
There's swelling under the right eye, but the really bad swelling's under the
really
left.
swelling shut.
Driving through, that's nicely defended by Alvarez. Stiff left jab from Alvarez again. Swing and a miss on the uppercut from Chandler. Hands much lower now, Jimmy, for Michael Chandler here in round 3.
And he always likes his hands low. I think that's a weakness in his style. He likes that low-handed kind of style, but you're relying on your speed there. Eddie Alvarez, of course, having a year off from MMA. He talked to us about it and says, I'm better because of that year off. I healed up in that year off. I got my head straight and my life straight in that 1 year. Now, Chandler, of course, more active, but if you remember, they've been quick fights. He blew away Gono, blew away Dave Rickles. Rick Hahn was only in the second round of a fight that he dominated, so he hasn't had a ton of rounds himself since he fought Eddie.
Bouncing the step of Chandler. Looking to successfully defend his Bellator lightweight world title for the 3rd time. Truthfully, Jimmy, no disrespect to David Rickles or Rick Hahn, the first time that he's been tested in the title defense.
Very true. Talk about him having more fights. Hasn't had a lot more ring time.
Chandler now bleeding out of his nose.
Eddie Alvarez starting to take advantage. Blending well with the jab, and he's targeting that eye.
Driving through, and again you see Alvarez just following through and getting the separation that he wants.
Problem is that each one of those takedowns he doesn't get costs him a lot of energy.
Alvarez, you see, just trying to kick out the leg. Chandler being very patient.
And Chandler looking very tired.
1-2 to answer, though, from Chandler.
Everybody down at Alliance has told me nobody trains like Michael Chandler. The guy's a madman in the gym. That's why I gave him the check mark, thinking he had the better gas tank. He looks very tired right now.
Spinning back fist from Alvarez, uppercut to counter from Chandler.
The bloody nose could be affecting his ability to breathe. His mouth very wide open.
And that left eye of Chandler looking like a bit of a disaster. Swollen and bleeding badly under the left eye. Also cut in his left lid. Second attempt for a rear naked choke. One hook in for Michael Chandler.
Not quite in the right position. And that eye is a mess.
go. Let's work. Come on.
Nicely done, just powering through Alvarez on the takedown. 25 seconds to go, round 3.
Well, you just said only 25 seconds left. Not enough time to really use that top position.
Alvarez, you see, keeping Chandler close, out of striking distance from his open guard. Elbows to the body from Alvarez on his back. Forearm, then a left hand from Chandler from the top position. Body head with the right. The championship rounds upcoming.
Ready? Ready. Get up.
Round number 4 starts with a chant of Eddie. Here at the Long Beach Arena. Jimmy threw 3 rounds.
Gave Eddie Alvarez that last round, 10-9, having 2 rounds to 1 for Michael Chandler. The doctor looking very closely at that eye. Might give Chandler a bit of urgency in this 4th round.
Alvarez now trying to walk down Chandler, who's on his bicycle. Alvarez being busy with the left hand.
You see the shift. Oh,
Shot
nice
knee, and
flying
that
knee.
landed clean. Beautifully timed by the champion. More left hands though from Alvarez as he backpedals. Chandler coming forward, a good left hand. Shot in the sprawl. Not much between these two fighters in the Bellator cage tonight. Rose guard now from Alvarez.
Now Eddie's looking tired. This is where Chandler wants to turn it on.
The blood on the face of Alvarez from that cut under his left eye.
Also out of the nose. His nose is bleeding quite a bit.
Open guard from the former champion Eddie Alvarez. The reigning champion Michael Chandler trying to go to work with his ground and pound. Big right hands. See Alvarez raise up with the chest hold, bringing him in close.
Eddie needs to get some distance, get back to his feet.
Chandler tenacious throwing those right hands from his knees. The big white base, now the left.
Great
Another
elbow
left
strikes.
elbow. Right elbow strike that time.
Get your fingers out of his throat, Mike.
McCarthy just telling Chandler, fingers out of the throat. He's using that to try to essentially hold the head of Alvarez still. Still open guard for Eddie Alvarez. Both fighters covered in blood, their own and each other's.
Trying to trap the arm, the right arm of Eddie Alvarez under his back. Then he can let go with the left hand.
Don't grab the glove, grab the whole hand, Michael.
Alvarez trying to shrimp and also trying to punch from his back. Another elbow strike from Chandler.
And Chandler really turning it on top. That's why they call these championship rounds. These are 2 of the top lightweights in the world.
Chandler looking to suck in the wrist and the arm of Alvarez. This is with that right hand. Landing with those right hands.
Dominant round so far for Michael Chandler. It's how much does Eddie Alvarez have left? That's the question.
And Jimmy Alvarez, time and time again, trying to throw from flat on his back. Not Not looking for sweeps, just shrimping and trying to punch.
Problem is, punches from the bottom are never as effective as punches from the top.
Let go of it.
He's got to use those strikes to set up something, be the submission, a sweep,
go of it, push off
some
of it. There you
space
go.
for an escape. Just elbows from the bottom, strikes from the bottom aren't going to do it.
Twice in sequence, McCarthy warning Alvarez,
Go,
grabbing
Mike,
the
you want to stand there?
fence.
Let's improve. Let's go. Let's go.
The bell can't come soon enough now for Eddie Alvarez. 10 seconds to go, round 4. Chandler letting go with punches and elbows from this top position. And we will go to the 5th and final round.
Step on back. Step on back.
The first time around,
Here we go. You ready?
it did not get out of the 4th round. Chandler submitting Eddie Alvarez. Here in the rematch, we have reached the 5th round. Jimmy, how do you see it thus far?
So far, I have it 3 rounds to 1 for Michael Chandler. I only gave Eddie round number 3. Eddie's corner very honest in between rounds. I said, you got to get him out of there if you want the belt, if you want to win. I agree completely.
Chandler backing himself up. Shooting good sprawl from Alvarez on the double-leg attempt in 2 left hands. Jump knee again from Chandler.
Chandler's hands way down. Eddie needs to take advantage of those hands being down if he wants to take this fight. Oh, nice uppercut.
Takedown for Chandler. Set up in sequence from the uppercut. And now looking to take the back of Eddie Alvarez.
They are right in front of us. That is all crank. Pure power on the jaw and the neck. He's got to get underneath the chin to finish.
Chandler going hard on the crank.
Man, a crank takes a lot of energy. Does he have the gas to finish that? Needs to get underneath the chin to get the choke.
Alvarez turning. Back to his feet. The waist cinch on Chandler.
Can't question the heart of either one of these guys. Eddie Alvarez still fighting hard, still fighting like he wants that belt. He's down, he's not out.
See the blood dripping out of the mouth of Michael Chandler. Chandler trying to explode to a better position. Alvarez matching him turn for turn. Hammer fist now from Alvarez. 2 phenomenal fighters throwing down in the Bellator cage. Bloodied, bruised, swollen, beaten, and still they fight on. At stake, the Bellator lightweight world title. The former champion Eddie Alvarez versus the current champion, the man who took his title, Michael Chandler. 2:30 to go.
I would watch these guys fight 20 times, 30 times, as many times as Bjorn Redman will put him in the cage. I'll watch him.
Chandler keeping himself grounded with his right hand. Also with his right knee. Lefts from Alvarez.
At this point, the bodies of both these guys have to be spent. I know they train hard, but so much of what you're seeing is heart and guts.
Chandler trying to somersault to a better position. Again, Alvarez matching him and gets 1 hook in.
Has 2 of them in.
Alvarez now thinking his own rear naked choke to finish and take back his title.
Can't see how deep it is. He might have it. Chandler able to roll out, but still full mount. He's in big trouble still.
Chandler again looking for the rear naked choke. Lost it. 1:15 to go. What a fight. phenomenal.
Man, this is unbelievable. Chandler struggling at this point. Eddie doing everything he can to get the finish, but Chandler just won't give in. He's got to get out of this position, though.
The crowd not behind the champion, Michael Chandler, but behind the former champion, Eddie Alvarez.
They're just applauding the guts we're seeing here. Man, Chandler's face is a bloody mess. But he is still fighting and ends up on top.
Also covered in blood, and now he's on his back and in the open guard. This is beyond talent. This is character, Jimmy.
In fighting, you can't hide from who you are. You cannot hide from what's inside you. These guys are warriors.
The finish line in sight. Will we reach it? 15 seconds to go. Another takedown from the champion.
Man, another fight I feel privileged to see, Sean. Privileged to call.
A phenomenal 25 minutes in the Bellator cage.
I'm sorry one man has to take the belt. That was a championship performance by two warriors tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, inside the Bellator cage, we go 5 full rounds. So we now go to your judges' scorecards. Your first judge, cage side, Mike Beltran, sees the fight 48-47. He sees the fight for Chandler. Your second judge, Stephen Davis, scores the fight 48-47. He sees the fight for Alvarez. Your third and final judge, Derek Cleary, scores the fight 48-47 for the winner by split decision for the new and now two-time Bellator lightweight world champion, Eddie Alvarez.
John, let's go to the numbers for this, our first 3 title fights. Bellator 300, the Gold Rush, and ooh, what a rush it promises to be.
Yeah, well, you can see the reach and everything the same, but it is the weight we got to talk about. Morrow talked about it. Ali Malay was unable to make that 125-pound limit for the flyweight title, so at 126.6, she can win, but she cannot win the title.
With the official introductions, here is Michael C. Williams.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening, and once again, welcome to Bellator 300 Live on Showtime. We open the night now with 5 5-minute rounds for the Bellator Flyweight World Championship. Tonight's world title fights are under the auspices of the California State Athletic Commission. Commissioner Peter Villegas Chair, Executive Officer Andy Foster. And now first, introducing the blue corner. At 5'4", weighing in 126.6 pounds, Bellator's first ever flyweight champion. Now at number 2 in the rankings, stands with 13 professional victories, 2 losses. Originally from Honolulu, she fights out of San Diego, California. Presenting the Kingdom of Hawaii's Waihine Toa Ilimane, the Eliminator. And across the cage, the champion tonight fights out of the red corner at 5'6", weighing in 124.8 pounds. In her third world title defense, she enters tonight undefeated inside the Bellator cage and brings a total of 19 professional victories, 7 defeats. By way of Okinawa, Japan, she fights out of San Diego, California. She is the reigning Bellator Flyweight World Champion, Liz Guerrilla Carmouche. And the referee in charge of the action, Blake Grice.
Come here. You'll know the rules. I do expect a clean fight. Obey my command. Protect yourself at all times. Touch gloves if you want. Good luck to you both.
Bellator 300. The third flyweight champion, Liz Carmouche, set to make her third title defense against the inaugural champion, Ilima-Lei Macfarlane, who has never lost by knockout or submission.
You ready? You ready? Fight!
The bell and round one scheduled for 5. We asked Carmouche about this fight against her longtime friend. She said, and I quote, "I like the idea of submitting her gently and putting her to sleep. No harm, no foul. We can both smile afterwards rather than coming out battered and beaten. But knowing the two of us, we're going to come out battered and beaten." Close quote. And for Macfarlane, John, she was quick to tell us, Carmouche knows about that bad knee, her lead leg. Will she be attacking it early?
It is the question. You know, Ilima-Lei has had a bad knee for a while, and it has caused a change in her style, in what she's able to do, in the way she's able to take fights to the ground. So it has a big impact on her and what she does in the cage. We'll see what happens, but she believes that Liz Carmouche does not take getting hit very well. She believes that if she can put her hands in the middle of Liz Carmouche's face, it's going to change the way Liz is approaching this fight.
Carmouche boasts victories over 3 women to hold major MMA titles: Valentina Shevchenko, Jessica Andrade, and the woman she beat to become Bellator champion, Juliana Velasquez, looking to make it 4 tonight against Macfarlane. Carmouche 8-2 since dropping down to the flyweight division back in December of 2017.
This is the division that is made for Liz Carmouche. 125 pounds, all she's made for. 135, she was a very small 135er. She's always been physically strong. She's gifted, she's got fast hands.
And Macfarlane told us that she came in looking to land strikes, that there's no such thing as easy sparring with Liz Carmouche. It's always hard sparring, and they've had their battles in the gym, but now this one is legit for legacy, for Carmouche wanting to hold on to the gold. And for Macfarlane, again, this is the second time in the last 3 fights she's missed weight.
It is the second time, and it's a problem because, you know, you sign that contract, you're a professional, you're supposed to make weight. But I take a look at, and I give her a little bit of a pass in the fact that Ilima-Lei puts her attention to so many things and is so involved politically with things, especially in Hawaii. I can understand why that happened.
She flew out a lot of people from Maui to be a part of this event here tonight, and has done a great job representing her native Hawaii as she crashes the pocket with a couple of right hands, leads with the left, lands the right on Carmouche.
That's exactly what she wants to do in this fight. That's what she believes is going to change the course of what Liz wants to do.
Now, a lot of people thought that this would also be something we'd see for a long time, the fact that these two do know each other so well, and would it be a big feeling out process? And when it comes to the feeling out process, John, there's a lot more to it than just its literal connotation.
Well, there is, but you do figure that, and see, this is where it gets into it. Josh talked about, you know, when you have someone that you have trained with, you know how hard they hit. You know all the things about what they're good at, where they're not, where you think you can take advantage of it. But it's also, these two have not trained together for years now.
Right.
So it has been a while, and they have both changed a little bit, so there's going to have to be that feeling out process.
This arena, the Pechanga Arena, shares the same parking lot with the gym that Liz Carmouche honed her skills at, and for Macfarlane, owns her own 10th Planet franchise in Oceanside. But yeah, they haven't trained for years together. In fact, Carmouche moving to Tennessee from San Diego with her young family and training in Virginia Beach. Lead single off of Drake's For All the Dogs, by the way. I would be interested to know that. Big John is I know the fans would like to see this turn into a bit of a dogfight, but again, the respect, the knowledge, not wanting to make a mistake, and yet this is a prize fight, John.
It is, and look, I know both ladies well. They're going to get after it. It's just a matter of, it's going to take one starting to take the advantage, and the other one's going to say, oh no, I'm not going to let that happen, and that's when you're going to start to see things really heat up.
We saw Carmouche blitz Kana Watanabe, much more aggressive start against Juliana Velasquez in the rematch, and yet a very cautious start here to this, our first fight of the main card of Bellator 300.
Than that, you understand? Okay. Let's fight. Give these judges something to score, okay? Here we go. Fight!
Let's give the judges something to score. Referee Blake Rice giving his instructions to begin round 2, and they come out much more aggressively. And remember, Alimale McFarland said that Carmouche is like a shark. She doesn't like getting hit in the nose. I don't know if anyone does, come to think of it, but in training, that's what she noticed.
No one likes getting punched in the nose.
And we saw A.J. Matthews giving instructions to Alimale McFarland, spent a lot of time training with him. In fact, it was here at Bellator 131 where Alimale McFarland first watched MMA. That night, A.J. Matthews reported a TKO victory. So full circle with all of the history here in San Diego between these two to have this fight take place here at this venue on this night. And there's McFarland coming forward with the right blocked by Carmouche.
Nice heavy leg kick by Liz Carmouche. Missed with the strikes up top. Those are the moments when you're seeing Alimale make that kind of goal rush forward. That's when Liz just needs to use her footwork, step off to the side, pick a spot, and attack it.
First round was very close statistically because, again, as the referee mentioned, give something for the judges to score. John, how did you come up with a score in that first fight?
I'm just being honest. I just thought that McFarland was just a little bit busier, not much.
Oh, nice 1-2 from Carmouche.
Landed, in my opinion, just a couple more shots, and there wasn't anything that was telling by either.
Jab kick to the lead leg, and Carmouche comes in with a sweeping right hand across the jaw of McFarland. Wide 1-2 by McFarland, blocked by Carmouche. Neither looking to take it to the ground, and after all we mentioned about 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu and the creative grab games, this one is staying in the stand-up, not even one takedown attempt yet.
All that work on the ground, all those hours on the mat, and now we're just gonna slug it out.
And in fact, McFarland, day before the fight was announced, with all that was going on with the fires in Maui, she's just been elevated to a BJJ black belt, starting at this camp. And when you win the championship with something we've never seen before in the cage, that's saying something. The Dead Orchard.
Malay has always been a very good ground technician. I think both women look at it like, I know how good the other one is on the ground. It's going to be very difficult for me to get an advantage there. And I think that's why you're going to see this thing actually staying in the stand-up.
Carmouche has already taken 20% of McFarland's purse because of McFarland missing weight. So now we'll see it pick up here in the clinch. And no, the right hand by Carmouche bouncing off the face of McFarland.
There's a couple of shots landed by both there, but the best one being by Liz Carmouche.
And now Carmouche from the southpaw stance walking down McFarland in circles, leaving a lot of open area in between those punches is McFarland. McFarland coming off that tough fight against one of their common opponents there in Watanabe. We saw what Carmouche was able to do with Watanabe. Blitzed her.
Just decimated her quickly. 31 seconds, I believe. Is one of those performances that we were looking for from Liz Carmouche, because many times she was taking her time. She had to have some urgency, and she went after it and put her away. And she's got the ability to do that.
Well, she's, as we mentioned, got the 4 consecutive finishes at the highest level, winning the title, defending the title, and now 30 seconds left in the second. And it remains a sparring session between Liz Carmouche and Ilima-Lei Macfarlane.
But at least Liz in this one has elevated the volume of her output, which I think is making a difference in the round for her.
Ready? Fight.
Aggressive start to round 3 by McFarlane. Unable to land any shots yet, though.
Aggressive, but...
And there's a right hand that landed.
In my opinion, both of them are being too cautious here. You're taking a look and you're saying, I know that both of you have more, go after it more. It's almost like, I don't want to lose to you, so I don't want to take the big chance.
Oh! McFarlane ends up on her back. And already she's having issues maintaining her foundation. McFarlane with issues with her knee. We've talked about it. And now with some adversity here in round 3. And there, Carmouche attacking the leg. And it's quite obvious. Ilima-Lei Macfarlane has been compromised.
Yeah, absolutely, you can see. Leg, definitely, that left leg. Just saw a replay of it. It definitely gives in.
And there's the calf kick from Carmouche.
Towards it. Looks like it could be an MCL. PCL type injury the way it went, but she's definitely going to have problems for the rest of the fight stepping correctly with that leg. And this is where you would expect, Liz Carmouche, she's got to step it up and start taking advantage of it. It is a contest, it is a fight, and you're there to win the fight, even though that is someone that in the world you really like.
McFarlane using a strike to try to change levels, unable to take Carmouche down.
And that's what's going to occur when you injure that knee.
And that's the first takedown attempt.
You don't have that drive. You're not able to push off of it and have the explosion. But I do like the fact that Ilima-Lei keeps on, she's the one that's initiating these engagements. It's more Liz Carmouche just moving away, defending, not really countering. Even though Liz is the one that has done the damage in the round.
Under 2 minutes left in the third. Carmouche unable or maybe even unwilling to take advantage of the fact that that lead leg has been damaged, but McFarland doing her best to avoid the attack, stay out of the range while trying to find a way to score. Under 90 seconds left in the third.
Carmouche doing a nice job. She is switching back and forth from orthodox to southpaw, trying to get different looks. She needs to attack more, in my opinion. She has an advantage. Don't let that advantage walk away.
We have reached the final minute of the third round. McFarland 4 of 27 in strikes in this round. Carmouche 11 of 52. And there McFarland gingerly moving with that lead leg, unstable. 45 left in the round.
See, and this where if you're Liz Carmouche, you really start putting pressure on Alimale. That leg.
And she's doing that now with those kicks.
That leg is there for you to take out. Once you have that leg compromised the way it is, it'll be very difficult for Alimale to land with any power.
Alimale McFarland looking for the takedown, but the clock will expire. As we resume action, we've reached the championship rounds. Again, Liz Carmouche, win or draw, retains the title. If McFarland upsets the defending champion, the title will be vacated after McFarland missed weight.
Here's where Alimale just needs to start biting down on the mountain. Start making it ugly. Get after her. Put pressure on her, get inside the range, and start just putting shots on Liz Carmouche. And if you can get to that takedown, work towards the takedown.
McFarland lunging in. Again, that lead leg gets chopped down by Carmouche, but Carmouche doesn't pounce on McFarland.
You can see, and this is where I said, when it comes to the ground game, they're very close, and both know how good each other is. So why am I going to go to where I believe I am even instead of being in a stand-up where I think I have the advantage? It's actually smart fighting by Liz Carmouche.
And again, McFarland and Mari Rose was dropped by that low kick from the champion Carmouche. So that has become the focus of her attack. The lead leg that has been injured, re-injured, I should say.
Decimated.
And now McFarland can't even stand on it, John.
See how she's nothing but trouble, just bearing weight down on that leg. Oh, nice.
And then Carmouche goes for the other leg to take away the foundation of Alimale McFarland. Under 3 minutes left in the first of our two championship rounds. McFarland moving forward, unable to find the target. Carmouche out of the southpaw stance, utilizing lateral movement. 2 minutes left in the penultimate round.
And I got to give it up for Ilima-Lei Macfarlane. She's doing everything she can to get after it. You can't expect anything more, man. She was absolutely biting down and going forward, trying to make something happen.
This crowd rallying behind her. Of course, both of them with lots of support here again. San Diego, longtime home base for both. Carmouche recently moving to Tennessee.
Come on, girls, engage.
Referee Grice asking them to engage. And the kicks continue to the lead leg of Ilima-Lei Macfarlane. She puts weight on it gingerly. But there is no quit in the Eliminator. Has never been finished. Carmouche intercepted that attack by Macfarlane. Final minute. Game of cat and mouse being played here in round number 4.
Right here with Liz Carmouche, she's going to go back and look. You can't just sit there and be defensive and not attack. You got to go after it. Your job is to finish your opponent. She has that ability.
Yep, she's got 4 straight finishes.
Fight!
Well, Macfarlane continues to come forward, John, but unable to do much, and now she is hurt, and it's over.
Ladies and gentlemen, inside the Bellator cage, it comes to an end. 17 seconds into round number 5. But the winner by TKO, she is still Bellator Flyweight World Champion, Liz "Gorilla" Carmouche.
Third successful title defense for Liz Carmouche, as she has now reeled off 5 consecutive finishes. Ilima-Lei Macfarlane embracing the woman who, well, brought her into the sport, got her started. Mentor, training partner, and now John McCarthy will speak with the champ.
I'm here with still flyweight world champion Liz Carmouche. Liz, how difficult was that fight for you mentally to take on someone that you respected, you trained with, and you've cared for in the past?
I'd be lying if I said it wasn't difficult. Of course it is. Like, it's a friend that I know we would throw hard, but that's the last friend. There are plenty of other friends I'd be much better at coming in here with than Ilima. Everything that she did for the 125 division is the reason that the women are here in Bellator. If it wasn't for Ilima, I wouldn't be here. Nobody else would. So thank you, Ilima. Hats off to you. She was hurt and she didn't stop. So
you hurt her leg, you took her leg out, you saw that she was having problems, and you kept going back to it, but then you would stop. Did you have some kind of compassion that you're like, I don't want to hit it again, but then you went back to doing it?
it was also that I knew that if I made a mistake and I timed it incorrectly, she'd fall on the takedown and utilize that for grappling where she feels safe and good. And I didn't want to go into her waters. I wanted to keep it standing where I felt confident I could finish the fight.
When you look at the flyweights that are out there, is there anybody that you look at and go, that's the person that I want to be able to take on in this cage?
Kana Watanabe has earned the right to fight here again. I want to see her back in the cage, and I want to do it in Japan.
Sounds good to me. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for the world champion, Liz Carmouche.
Kayla Harrison, 1 year older, she's 2 inches taller. Taylor Gardano with a 3-inch advantage in the arms. Kayla Harrison, the slight advantage in the legs. And with that, we send it one more time to Lillian Garcia.
And now it is time for your main event. This championship fight is in the women's lightweight division, and it is presented to you by Frank's Red Hot. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. She is a striker, standing at 5'6". She officially weighs in 154 1/2 pounds. In 4 professional bouts, she has a record of 3 wins with only 1 loss. Fighting out of Las Vegas, Nevada, here is your number 4 seed, Taylor Gordano. Her opponent, fighting out of the red corner. She is a 2-time Olympic gold medalist in judo. Standing at 5'8", she officially weighs in at 153 3/4 pounds. She has an undefeated record of 11 victories against 0 defeats. Fighting out of Middletown, Ohio, here is your number 2 seed and the 2019 PFL Women's Lightweight World Champion, Kayla Harrison. Your referee in charge, Andrew Glenn.
Andrew Glenn will oversee our main event of the evening. Kayla Harrison in the red, Taylor Gordano in the black and gray.
You ready?
Touch of the gloves, Kayla Harrison in the southpaw stance. Blitzing attack to open things from Taylor Gordano, and a right hand. Little clinch here in the center of the cage. Kayla Harrison trying the trip. Nice knee from Taylor Gordano. And another.
Nice inside trip by Kayla Harrison. Looked like Taylor was doing a great job of framing with that arm across the neck. Kayla had an answer for it. Beautiful inside trip.
An aggressive game plan from Taylor Gordano early, coming out with flurries and punches, some knees on the inside, and now she finds herself on her back underneath one of the best ground and pound artists in mixed martial arts. Man or woman, Kayla Harrison puts bad intentions on every strike from the top.
Yeah, she's mixing up very well, going to the body, then to the head. Has good posture, good position.
Harrison able to step over into a half mount position here. Gordano framing with her leg, and Harrison pushed that bottom leg down, stepped right over it. Just over 1 minute gone here in the opening frame of this championship.
Harrison looking to mount. Harrison looking to climb into mount position, potentially.
She'll go to side control instead. Gordano's gonna have to mind her left arm, try to avoid that crucifix position where we've seen Kayla Harrison try to put people in the past.
Here comes the mount. Nice job by Gordano, pulling half guard, preventing Kayla Harrison from stepping into the mount position.
Great shoulder position there from Kayla Harrison as she starts to attack that Kimura on the right arm of Gordano. And she has that double attack. She can either go into the mount or into side control or go for the Kimura.
Change it to an Americana possibly.
Let's go with the right arm, goes back to work, pummeling with the left hand. Now stepping once again. Full mount for Kayla Harrison.
Watch the armbar attempt here. Kayla's gonna start to switch here. Now she's got Gordano's back.
Kayla just stays so busy, always getting you to try to defend something where she can open up a submission, defend the strike, she goes for a submission. Defend the submission, she goes for a strike. She's non-stop working for something.
The total package, power, athleticism, position, technique, mindset. I mean, she is the total package.
And for someone who's still young in their mixed martial arts career, this is her 12th pro fight. She certainly behaves like a seasoned pro in there. I suppose a lifetime of high-level judo will help you with that. Harrison with a back take here. Gordano just trying to defend her limbs and neck.
See if Taylor can get her head to the mat and turn and face Kayla. Not able to do it. There's a better position for her. She has that knee shield, needs to create a little bit more space, try to frame away and get back to her feet.
Back to the closed guard for Taylor Guardado. Small victory here in the late goings of round one. But there's that ground and pound I was talking about from Kayla Harrison.
Big swing and a miss. Guardado takes advantage of it, finds her way back to her feet. Oh, nice little front kick.
And a left hand from Kayla Harrison. Taking this opportunity to put some of her striking skills on display.
A little blood coming from Kayla's nose.
I don't know if it's her nose or her mouth, but look, those flurries from...
Oh, nice Uchimata. Oh my gosh, that was beautiful.
Beautiful throw there.
That is a judo gold medalist. And now Taylor Guardado's got to protect that right arm. If Kayla can get it over her thigh and under her foreleg, things can get very ugly very quickly with that Americana attack. Look through the ghost cam as we close out the round. Kayla Harrison with a dominant round. Round number 2 here of a possible 5 Women's Lightweight World Championship. $1 million on the line for these two women. And of course, a PFL Season 3 title to go along with it. For Kayla Harrison, it's about more than just that. She wants to be the best fighter in the world. She's undefeated so far in her mixed martial arts career. Looking to keep that 0 in the loss column. Clash at the center. Kayla Harrison misses with a kick up the middle. High kick attempt there from Kayla, and now she's in on a body lock.
Nice little foot wheel.
Just scoop the legs right out from under Taylor Guardado. The frustration that we were talking about earlier with Mavlid Haibulaev when he was able to grind out that victory in a title bout against Chris Wade. Everything you counter, even if you do it successfully, Kayla's got an answer for it.
I mean, you have to counter her. The fight's over, right? You don't really score points for the countering. You're just staying in the fight by countering. But it's got to be frustrating when somebody has an answer for everything you try to do.
And this is a brutal position. Taylor's neck really compromised here, head up against the cage. And this is a great position here for Kayla. She has full posture here and just raining down blows out. And she could step up and over that leg. And there she goes.
If you're a young mixed martial artist and you want a clinic on ground and pound, watch Kayla Harrison. She moves the defense and then she throws strikes. She postures effectively. She's always attacking, making you react.
Yeah, it's the kind of pressure and kind of skill that makes you feel like everything you do is wrong.
You can pass. 3 minutes. Feed that half guard to your other foot. Feed the half guard to your other foot.
Harrison heavy on top of Taylor Guardado. Women's World Championship as she steps over to the mount. Take a look through the ref cam. Round 2 almost halfway gone here. Peppering shots from Kayla. Taylor Guardado just trying to lock down on the head control here.
Now that's going to stop her from posturing up and landing blows, but it's not going to help her positionally. It's only a matter of time before Kayla does just that, and Taylor's got to watch out for that arm.
The fence is going to prohibit Kayla from stepping around that arm
Right elbow inside the thigh.
for an arm bar.
Good. Or wall walk. Keep chipping. Wall walk. Go. There you go. Yeah, keep chipping. Keep chipping.
Now Taylor might be giving up her back here.
2 minutes. You can just keep chipping there. Yeah, keep going. Keep going.
Kayla's staying patient. She's not forcing the submission. She's not forcing the finish. She's taking her time.
Use your hands to bridge up.
Oh, she has her flattened out. This is not good.
Not good at all.
Hammering down on the ear of Taylor Guardado, Kayla Harrison.
Referee looking at it. He's very close here. Looking at the competitors.
Harrison putting on a clinic here of control.
Both hooks in now for Kayla Harrison.
Good. Follow your back. Follow your back and drive it. Watch out. Go, go, go. Nice.
Taylor Guardado able to
115.
get off of her stomach there, but once again, Kayla Harrison goes right into full mount.
Here's the armbar.
Here comes the armbar attempt. Kayla Harrison falls back for it. Nice defense so far by Taylor Guardado. Kayla will continue to chain together this attack. There it is, and there's the tap. Kayla Harrison, 1 minute remaining in round number 2, remains undefeated and secures back-to-back PFL championships.
Fight fans, the stoppage comes officially at 4 minutes of round number 2. Submission by armbar. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2021 PFL Women's Lightweight World Champion, Kayla Harrison.
Ray Seffo presents Kayla Harrison with her second straight belt. The PFL CEO, Pete Murray, will hand Kayla Harrison her second straight $1 million check. And the baddest woman on the planet promising a bunch of LOL dolls to her lovely daughter. Kayla, back-to-back championships, another brutally efficient performance from the baddest woman on the planet. Does it feel different the second time around?
You know, I just feel way more grateful, I think, a lot more gratitude. You know, I realize that nothing in this world is given, you have to earn it all, and I'm very blessed and very lucky that I work hard every day, and I want to thank my coaches, American Top Team, my judo family, everyone, my regular family, everyone who supported me from day one, my church family, everyone. I just really, really appreciate it. I wouldn't be where I am today if it weren't for them. I love all of you very, very much. And my little wolf pack at home. I definitely wouldn't be where I am today if it weren't for them.
Well, good things come in pairs, right? 2 Olympic gold medals, 2 kids, 2 championship belts, and indulge me if you will, we want to look at some of these replays over here on the screen. Taylor Guardado was able to land a right hand early, and after that, you took over and imposed your will.
Yeah, she came out swinging. It was a great game plan, actually, because I was planning on feeling her out, and she said, we're not going to do any of that. Really great game plan, caught me off guard, but when all else fails, grapple.
You're pretty decent at that, and you secured the armbar victory. 1 minute left in round number 2. What's next for the baddest woman on the planet?
Well, I'm gonna probably take my kids on a vacation, go home to Ohio for Thanksgiving. We gotta go pick up Emery from school tomorrow. That's all I got planned for now. Back to the gym ASAP.
The baddest mom on the planet, Kayla Harrison, back-to-back championships. Congratulations once again.
Sean, you look great tonight, by the way. Just wanted to let you know.
Thank you very much.
In Bellator MMA, the tale of the tape for tonight's main event.
You got to look, if you're going to go to anything here, take a look at these records, 49-7-2. This is his 59th fight, like you're saying. That's amazing. He is fighting at this level with that many fights. 11-0. Johnny Evelyn has been perfect. Can he keep it that way?
A big step up in class for Johnny Evelyn, and class will soon be in session. Here's Michael C. Williams.
Bellator MMA live on Showtime from Mohegan Sun Arena. The time has come for the main event of the evening. 5 5-minute rounds for the Bellator Middleweight World Championship. Sanctioned by the Mohegan Tribe Department of Athletic Regulation Chairman James Gessner, President of Sports and Entertainment Mr. Tom Cantone, Chief of Mohegan Tribe Lynn Malerba, and supervising at Cage Side Director Mike Mazzulli. And now, first introducing the blue corner. At 6'1", weighing in 185 pounds, entering his first world title fight, the #1 ranked contender stands undefeated with 11 wins, no losses. By way of Kansas City, Missouri, he fights out of Coconut Creek, Florida. Introducing the challenger, Johnny the Human Chico. And across the cage, the champion tonight fights out of the red corner. At 6'2", weighing in 185 pounds, in an unparalleled career. Tonight, looking for his 50th professional victory, he enters holding 49 wins, 7 losses, 2 draws, fighting out of Amsterdam, Netherlands. Ladies and gentlemen, the defending 2-time Bellator middleweight world champion, Gegard Mousasi. And when the bell rings, the referee in charge, Kerry Hatley.
All right, gentlemen, 5 rounds for the Bellator Middleweight Championship of the World. Conduct yourself like champions at all times. Obey the rules we went over in the dressing room at all times and fight hard. Touch them up if you're going to. Let's go to war.
Mohegan Sun Arena, Bellator Middleweight Championship up for grabs. So many gaudy statistics for Mousasi, including 33 first-round finishes. The latest back in February against Eblen's teammate, Austin Vanderford. All 6 stoppage wins for Eblen have come in the opening round. The bell, and we are underway, scheduled for 5 for the Bellator Gold. Oblique kick right off the jump for Johnny Eblen.
Oblique kick, but take a look at the stance right now of Gegard Mousasi. He's kind of square. That's because he knows Eblen is a good wrestler, and he's going to give a little bit in the stand-up as far as opportunities for Johnny to try to connect, because he believes he's that much better, so he can stop the takedowns.
There's something to say about being calm and composed at the highest level of MMA. 2 of the all-time greats, hey, Fedor Emelianenko and now Gegard Mousasi. They definitely do not like, they have great poker face.
Oh my God, the first time that I refereed Gegard Mousasi, he was fighting for the championship, and during the entire fight, which didn't last that long, his heart rate never went above 70. He was amazing to me. I was like, is this guy gonna fall asleep?
Well, in many ways, he's a Superman, wears the glasses, unassuming, doesn't court a lot of publicity, and yet we mentioned at the top of the telecast another all-time great, Khabib Nurmagomedov, calling him the most underrated fighter in MMA, and definitely a case can be made that he's been underappreciated, but all he continues to do is win at the highest level, close to 2 decades, John. Oh, but a beautiful combination from Johnny Eblen, and Eblen touches up Mousasi. Eblen's like, hey guys, I get it. Mousasi,
he's hurt.
And and look at the veteran Mousasi recovering.
Eblen hurt him bad.
Yes, he did. And now working the wizard.
Johnny Eblen needs to try to separate right here. He's still hurt. There is no doubt that Gegard Mousasi got rocked.
And that's what Austin Vanderford tried to do in the opening round of his title defense. But Johnny Eblen said, hey, when I dethrone Mousasi, don't call it a shock. Well, he just shocked Mousasi's system.
He definitely put it where if Gegard wasn't awake before, he's awake now.
And you know what? Mousasi has only been knocked out once. And that was against Uriah Hall, which he avenged. But my, oh my, adversity for the champion here in round 1. But again, look at his countenance, John.
And this is the part where, to go back to the keys to victory, in this position now, Johnny Eblen needs to do damage. If there's something that we talked about at the beginning of the show is Gegard Mousasi does not get damaged in just about any fight.
He remains calm under fire, although now Eblen taking his back. So Evelyn, the underdog, coming in, looking to keep Mousasi from the golden milestone and what he hopes will be a golden night for American top teams. Couldn't ask for a better start for the challenger.
Nice job.
Takedown as Mousasi's looking for the Kimura.
Evelyn doing a nice job getting his feet. It was a little bit difficult for him to get him up, so he couldn't drag his feet. Johnny holding on to that. Nice ride, just taking his time. Not trying to get crazy. He knows he hurt him. He doesn't want to get crazy and lose his position or lose what he has accomplished so far in this round.
Evelyn says he has the tank, the best skill set to take out Mousasi. He grants it that Mousasi has maybe a higher fight IQ, but Evelyn says he's younger, more athletic, and he thinks he has a better gas tank, and he's definitely putting the pressure on. But look at Mousasi, the reversal by the champion, and he snatches the neck of Evelyn. And now an exchange incredible.
I was going to say Evelyn is losing his position. You have to realize when you're losing it, don't try to stick with it.
Wow, 45 seconds left. Plenty to dissect already in this championship fight.
Look, Evelyn brought in Sean Strickland to be one of his sparring partners in the stand-up because he knows how tough Sean is and that he likes to, bang from the start. That brought confidence to his game, and he's showing that right now with Gegard.
And Mousasi, though, showing off his striking pedigree with the 1-2. And Mousasi, he trained with heavyweights, and oh yeah, owns a submission win over a mega heavyweight, Mark Hunt, in his career. He's recorded wins at middleweight, light heavyweight, and heavyweight. And hey, he's been in tough here against Johnny Evelyn. Evelyn showcasing his wares in the opening 5 minutes and having fun doing so, John.
Yes, he is.
Oh, yes, sit down. Go, go. Breathe, catch your breath, catch your breath. Good shit that round, man. Stay with them.
This is the first shot right here. That beautiful left hand. Gegard felt that. There's no doubt that gave him a buzz. And then here comes the big right. This is the one. It was almost a forearm shiver that landed across his jaw. Watch how fast this comes. Nice job by Johnny Evelyn, but Gegard able to get in, and that's amazing that he's able to survive that kind of action and get right in on the takedown, which gave him time.
And there is Mike Brown on the left, King Mo on the right. King Mo was 6-0, huge underdog 12 years ago when he challenged Mousasi for the Strikeforce light heavyweight title, took Mousasi down 11 times. Well, Mousasi went back to the drawing board, has become one of the best at defending the takedown, but hey, he went down courtesy of the power of Evelyn in that first 5 minutes.
Well, he did. That was a great first round for Johnny Evelyn.
Enough to give him the round, John?
Oh, absolutely. Johnny Evelyn takes that round 10-9.
Gotta ask these days with judging. You never know, my man. And there's a sharp jab by Mousasi.
That jab is what Mousasi really needs to start to rely on.
But there's that left hand again for Evelyn. Finding the range, the timing, delivering a body kick. Oh, but then Mousasi tags Evelyn. Evelyn looking for the takedown. Explodes, reverse. And Mousasi very active from his back, but Evelyn goes into side control.
Great job by Johnny Evelyn. A lot of movement there, but he wins the scramble, gets to the top position, now inside mountain.
And while it's been proven to be very difficult to keep Mousasi down, Johnny Evelyn working from side control, looking to maximize this advantageous position. And yet Mousasi delivering right hands from the bottom. There's a left hand up top from Evelyn. One thing's for sure, Mousasi will not willingly accept this position, John.
No, but this is, in my opinion, against Gegard, this is a really solid position. A lot of times wrestlers like to get into the half guard so they can trap on that leg. Gegard very good at moving himself into a position for the sweep or to escape. He's got a lot of movement to get through from that side control position.
Two minutes gone here in the second round, and Johnny Eblen 3 for 3 in the takedown department. But here's the attempted reversal by Mousasi. Gets to his feet momentarily, but Eblen bringing him back down to the canvas. And Eblen acquitting himself well here in his first title shot.
Mousasi had that. That was a beautiful hook sweep that he got to get himself in a position to get back to his feet. Eblen right away just driving into him, still in a position where he has his hands around him.
Mousasi taken down yet again by Eblen, his fourth takedown.
And this is great work by Johnny Eblen. He's really making Mousasi work here. You want to get Gegard where his heart rate's up high. And that's exactly what Johnny Eblen is doing.
And chants of "Let's Go Johnny" begin to fill Mohegan Sun Arena. Eblen fighting out of Coconut Creek, Florida by way of Kansas City, Missouri. Minute 45 left, and Gegard Mousasi gets back to his feet while Eblen tries to keep him along the fence, and on the break, Eblen delivers an elbow strike.
That's a nice job by Johnny Eblen on the exit. If you're going to, need that separation, make him pay one last time.
Eblen misses with a wild left. Jab through the guard by Mousasi. Blocks that overhand left by Eblen. Inside kick by the champion.
Johnny getting a little bit more flat-footed right now. Obviously, starting to feel a little bit of the heart rate going up, trying to gain some time that he can breathe and get his heart rate down.
Into the 10th minute of this championship fight. And Eblen has looked very good and lands a nice combination there, culminating with that left hook to the side of Mousasi's head. Here's a kick from Mousasi, and may have bounced off the cup. Combination, final 15 seconds of the second round, and the game plan being put together by Eblen, and the crew at American Top Team delivering dividends through 2 rounds of action here.
Absolutely. And really mature fight. His fight IQ is up there. He's showing that. I have him up 2 rounds to none.
Third round. Exchange of kicks. Scores for Eblen, fainting.
Really
trying to
nice head
up the rhythm, and nice combination. Land the right hand. Mousasi avoided that other right, but now Eblen sitting down on his punches.
Really nice head movement by Johnny Eblen. See good feints.
Oh, nice jab countered by Mousasi.
That's that jab that Mousasi needs to keep sticking.
Back kick lands for Mousasi. Yeah, and he moves back and avoids that combination from Eblen. Mousasi on the fence, sidesteps that. Eblen from southpaw. Exchange body kicks. Mousasi seemingly wanting to continue to collect the data, and again, he saw it in the feature, didn't know allegedly who Johnny Eblen is. Well, he's definitely beginning.
He knows who he is
very
now.
well. through the first 2 rounds, and yet never showing any panic. And yet Eblen continues to land the strikes. Although Mousasi credited with 10 more strikes landed. Again, it's been the wrestling of Eblen and the striking. I mean, he hurt Gegard Mousasi in the opening round.
I'll say that Gegard has landed more strikes, but Johnny Eblen has landed the more powerful strikes throughout this.
And there's that overhand right that landed. Midway through the round in this championship fight, again, the sharpshooting jab of Mousasi, but no follow-up. It's all single shots.
Exactly. And that right now is because he's worried about the wrestling and being taken down. But Johnny Eblen has been successful with so far.
Now Mousasi pumps the jab. Eblen feinting. Wanting to get Mousasi to bite, and scores with a lead right.
Well, look at the difference right now. At least Johnny Eblen, most of the time, he's moving his head. He's giving a little bit of movement, just like you see right there. Gegard Mousasi's head's right on the center line.
Yes, it is. And he just ate that body kick to the liver by the southpaw stance of Johnny Eblen. Another oblique kick from Mousasi. The jab was parried by Eblen, and again, John finding a home for that right hand. And another right hand lands for Eblen to the face of the Bellator middleweight champion. Mousasi's offense has to be comprised of a lot more than just the jab here against this hungry challenger. Johnny Eblen, just 6 years younger than Mousasi at 30, but a huge disadvantage in experience, a major step up, and so far he has proven that, yeah, he belongs in this championship fight as the #1 contender. Final minute of the round. Rare right hand for Mousasi.
What you saw just a moment ago when you saw Eblen throw that big right hand just like he just did there. You need to see Mousasi have a counter. When he's not countering, it's telling you he's tired. Take a look at Mousasi right now. His mouth is open. He's breathing through his mouth, which means he's at an oxygen deficit right now.
Eblen checked the kick through the right hand. Final 15 seconds. Another strong round for the challenger, Johnny Eblen. We head into the championship round.
Hey, so he doesn't just come. This way just come. He turns around. Hey, so it's on. You're supposed to smother him. Smother him to the underhook. You keep him in the cage. When you're in a southpaw stance, just move it right. Stay southpaw a little more. Now y'all. Get up, busted the bill. Get busted the bill. Comes up a beautiful left, right. A little bit wild out, but both touching. Mousasi coming back to his counters. Steps back. Nice, clean, just straight right. Left hand doesn't do any damage, but it touches. Nice, big right hand at the end of the extension, so it not with a lot of power, but definitely touched that chin. Johnny Eblen body, beautiful fight so far, utilizing both his striking and his wrestling. He's got Gegard in a position where Gegard is not sure what's coming.
We have entered the championship rounds. Round 4, Mousasi possesses one of the best jabs in the sport, but jab alone won't be enough against Johnny Eblen, not on this night.
Oh, Johnny Eblen right now, and he's gaining confidence as the fight's going on.
Head kick. But you're right about Mousasi's body language and the fact that he remains with his head on the center line.
See right there, normally you're seeing a good counter from Mousasi. It's almost like he's a little tired and he's just unable to get it off. Nice job by Johnny Eblin.
Make it 6 takedowns for Johnny Eblin. 1 minute gone in round 4.
Gegard Mousasi, most of the time, able to get to the top position against all of his opponents. Has not found that once in this fight. Again, finds himself with his back against the cage. Johnny Eblin putting a lot of pressure on him. Not a lot of damage, but time is just clicking by, and he's having to carry Johnny Eblin's weight, getting more and more tired.
Eblin has a hook in with, has Mousasi's back. He has 1 guillotine choke, the lone submission victory for Johnny Eblin. As Mousasi finds himself in rough waters against the #1 contender.
Eblin needs to be very careful of not allowing Mousasi to turn inside.
Mousasi
back control
has been submitted 3 times, never via rear naked choke.
Right now, there's not even close. He's just what we call a seatbelt position, controlling the position with Mousasi. But there's no danger right now to a submission. That can always change. Doing a nice job riding to the top position, just continuing to put pressure on Mousasi. Mousasi trying to bring the knee up, not quite there.
Mousasi walking down, Eblin now delivers the body kick, but just single shots. There's that jab that misses. Eblin looking to parry the jab, and again, chance of let's go Johnny. And heading into the final minute of the 4th round, Eblin secures another takedown, make that 7 in the final minute of this penultimate round.
This is where I feel Johnny Eblin really needs to start to open up. Start to try to do things that cause damage here. You've been winning the stand-up in the outside. Your wrestling's been great. Start doing damage to the ground. Make it to where he doesn't even want to get back to his feet.
Are we on the verge of a major upset for the middleweight championship? Johnny Eblin bringing the fight to the champion Mousasi. That his protege on the verge of becoming just the 7th fighter to hold the Bellator middleweight championship. Johnny Eblin with less than 5 minutes now to pull off this upset.
Johnny Eblin's out. Moving, good footwork, sticking the jab. He knows where he's at. He knows how much more he has to do.
You also know what Gegard Mousasi, oh, nice counter, right cross, and Eblin now letting Mousasi know about it. What do you make of Gegard Mousasi tonight, not taking anything away from Johnny Eblen, because it's been Johnny Eblen's night, and that's been the case, but anything that you can point out that might lead to even more insight as to what has not been a great night for Gegard Mousasi at all?
No, it's definitely not been a great night for him, but that's because of Johnny Eblen. It's the things that Johnny Eblen... I want you to go back to the first round. Was he able to hurt him?
Yeah.
In the first round, again, we talked about at the start of the show, Gegard does not get damaged. He got damaged in the first round. He's been damaged in a couple other rounds, and that has made a difference in this fight. Johnny Eblen has just done a fantastic job.
Mousasi 7-1 here in Bellator again, in the midst of his second reign, the lone loss, outpointed by Rafael Lovato Jr. for the title. Lovato Jr. forced to relinquish the title and retire from the sport, and now it's Johnny Eblen. How impressed have you been with his striking?
I mean, super impressed. I've been saying for a while, his striking is getting better and better. He's more confident in his hands. He's more confident in this fight than I've seen him in any fight. Obviously, he put in the work that he needed. He went the rounds with the guys that were pushing him and making him better, and it's all paying off tonight.
Another takedown attempt pays off for the challenger. Johnny Eblen has completely neutralized one of the best finishers in mixed martial arts. We have sung his praises, rightfully so, throughout the night, but Johnny Eblen earning the praise.
There's always that night that comes when you know it's not your night, but it is your opponent's, and everything they do works for them, and everything that you try just doesn't seem to work for you. And that's what we've seen tonight.
And Eblen told us, he warned us, he says, hey, he doesn't think a lot of people realize how good he is because he hasn't fought many high-level guys. He recorded a big win over the veteran John Salter, who, of course, challenged Mousasi, but this has been, you know, an amazing effort by Johnny Eblen, and Gegard Mousasi is stuck.
He is stuck. You know, and this is why everyone gets into MMA math, and we try to tell you, look, you can't use MMA math. Styles make fights. Certain people on certain nights can beat anybody. Johnny Eblen is that good. We've seen him before as far as have nights where he just, everything he did worked. And tonight, it's happening again for him. He looks fantastic.
Began his athletic career in wrestling at the age of 5. We talked about his credentials at the University of Missouri. And then Steve Moko, well-known and accomplished amateur wrestler, brought Johnny Eblen to American Top Team, where he has trained with an all-star camp, some of the best fighters in the sport. And Johnny Eblen is on his way to proving that he is one of the best fighters in the sport, as he is 25 seconds away from upsetting an all-time great in Gegard Mousasi.
Not only upsetting, in my opinion, winning every round of the fight.
And putting a punctuation mark on the proceedings with another takedown. Johnny Eblen. What a performance.
Ladies and gentlemen, having gone the distance in tonight's world title fight, we go now to your 3 judges at cage side: Brian Miner, Marcel Varela, David Peabody. All see it exactly the same at 50-45 for the winner by unanimous decision. And now the new Bellator middleweight world champion, Johnny the Human Chico Eblen.
I don't know. When you and Josh were talking about me, You didn't seem like you believed in me.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am here with the new middleweight champion of the world, Johnny Eblen. How does it feel wearing that around your waist?
It feels right. This whole week felt right. I didn't feel like anything was bigger than me. I just felt like I was in the right place the whole time. This feels right. I don't know what I'm doing right, but God damn it, this feels good.
It should feel good. You put in the hard work through those coaches over there, Mike Brown, Mo Law.
Shout out to Functional Patterns and American Top Team and all my sponsors. Hey, without FP and without American Top Team, I would not be here right now. Shout out Nadia Aguilar, Pablo Martin, Johnny Nielsen, and my corner, Dustin Poirier, fucking Tiago, Mo, Mike, my manager, Brian Butler. You all believed in me, and this is what got me here.
Let's talk about...
Dan Lambert, shout out, dog. You have the best gym in the world. You make it hard to leave. Thank you.
Let's talk about your progression with your stand-up. You've always been a wrestler. You came in through your whole life wrestling.
Yeah.
But your stand-up is what won you this fight here tonight. You heard him in the first round.
Stand-up and wrestling. Shout out George Masvidal, Dustin, everybody I strike with at ATT, Roman Feraldo. I mean, I got hit a couple times, so I'm not gonna remember everybody's name. But yeah, my strikling's developed, but I utilized my wrestling grappling today too. You guys saw I could take the back today. I almost got a rear naked choke. I'm the best in the fucking world in all areas. Human cheat code, that's why my nickname's the Human Cheat Code.
We're gonna get another motorcycle now?
Nah. I'm honestly thinking about giving it up, dog. Because now that I got this, I got too much to live for almost. It's a little scary riding that thing, but it's fun. It's pretty close to fighting. I'm a little crazy. I don't know what's wrong with me. Oh yeah, shout out Sean Strickland, bro. You pushed me for this fight.
So if given the opportunity, who should be the guy that comes in to face you for that belt next?
I don't know, man. Whoever. I'm ready for anybody. Right now, I got to take some time off, relax a little bit, let this soak in, and then we'll talk about it. I don't know.
Well, you deserve the time off. Congratulations on being the champ. That was a masterful performance. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the champ, Johnny, the Human Cheat Code Eblen. As simple as it gets, you got two of the finest bantamweight fighters in the world facing off right here for the Bantamweight World Grand Prix. 19-1 for Rafion Stotts. Right behind that at 17-1 is Patchy Mix.
Main event time. Bantamweight World Grand Prix final time. Michael C. Williams time. Bellator MMA live on Showtime from Honolulu, Hawaii. The time has come to conclude the $1 million Bantamweight World Grand Prix tonight. In the main event, 5 5-minute rounds for the interim Bellator Bantamweight World Championship. Sanctioned by the Hawaii State Athletic Commission, Executive Officer James Skizuski. And now, first introducing the blue corner. At 5'11", weighing in 135 pounds, with an impressive submission victory in the semifinal round, the former world title challenger enters with 17 professional victories against a single defeat. Holding the #2 ranking, he's fighting out of Buffalo by way of Angola, New York. Ladies and gentlemen, the challenger, Patchy Nolan. And across the cage, his adversary, fighting out of the red corner. At 5'7", weighing in 134.2 pounds, coming off a hard-fought split decision victory in the semifinals, he'll make his second title defense tonight, entering with 19 professional victories, just one defeat out of Houston, Texas. He is the defending interim Bellator Bantamweight World Champion, Rafion Super. And when the bell rings, the referee in charge, Jason Herzog.
Okay, fighters, went over the rules in the back. There were no final questions from you. There were no final questions from you. If you want to touch gloves, do it now. Come out ready to fight.
Jason Herzog has never refereed Rafion Stotts before. He's refereed Patchy Mix once, and it was the only fight he ever lost.
Thank you.
That is what is on the line. The Grand Prix title, the interim Bantamweight World title. Both to the winner.
Rafa, you ready? You ready? Fight!
A goosebump moment.
That first strike you saw from Rafion Stotts, going after that low calf kick, that's very important to him in this fight. He needs to attack that lead leg of Patchy Mix.
It's always so jarring when you see just how big Patchy Mix is compared to everybody else in the division. Everybody else in his weight class is just a monster at that size.
Yeah, his length is just amazing when you're looking at a bantamweight fighter. Very long, and he uses it so well when he hits the ground.
The only Bellator comparison I can make is Douglas Lima at welterweight.
Yeah, that's a good comparison because Douglas is very tall for a welterweight and stuff. You'll see certain guys that they're tall, but they don't fight tall. Patchy, even in the stand-up, he'll fight tall, but it's the way he uses his length with the grappling scenarios that makes him special.
Oh, he's out. A monster shot. Oh, and Patchy Mix has stunned the MMA world. Ladies and gentlemen, inside the Bellator cage, it comes to an end officially. 1 minute, 20 seconds into round number 1 by knockout. He is now the $1 million winner of the World Grand Prix and the new interim Bellator Bantamweight World Champion, Patchy Mix.
I know. You got the tournament belt now, too. Got all the names on it, bro. Names. Let's take a picture. Let's take a picture, brother.
The moments after the life-changing moment. And it feels like it's just getting started for Patchy Mix. As impressive a run to a Grand Prix championship as we have seen, he's with John McCarthy.
I am here with the $1 million man, Patchy Mix. That was an explosive, dynamic end to this Bantamweight World Grand Prix. How are you feeling, baby?
I feel great, man. My mom, my brother, my family, my friends, everyone here, man. Tatiana, Dr. Sean, fucking everybody came here for me. Everyone from the beginning, you know. 900 and some days ago, I fought Juan Archuleta for this title. I got so tired trying to finish him so early. This time, you know, people think I'm just a ground guy. I just knocked out 19-1 Rafion Stotts in a minute. You know what I mean, with my backside knee. I've been working that for months, you know. I knew he dips, and I knew I could catch him, you know. I knew I could catch him. I earned these belts. I earned $1 million. I earned my black belt tonight. So let's get it. Let's go.
You went and put on an amazing performance in every one of your fights in this Grand Prix. You dominated a superior fighter in Kyoji Horiguchi, a guy who's done it all, been a champion. You dominated him. You took out Magomedov and submitted him, and now you just knocked out Rafion Stotts. You are the interim champion. You are the Bantamweight World Grand Prix champion, and there's gonna be a championship fight going on in Chicago in June with Patricio Pitbull Ferreira against Sergio Pettis. Which guy do you want to face for that title?
I'll be there. You know, I'll sit there cage side. I'll be there to watch. It don't matter. You know, it's number 1 versus number 7 pound for pound. So whoever comes out on top will be on top. So, you know, all I got to say is, yes, sir. Let's go, baby. I got both these belts. Let me get it.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for No Love, Patchy Mix.
With the official introductions, once again, here is Michael C. Williams.
Bellator MMA Live on Paramount Network from the Forum in Inglewood, California, the time has come for the conclusion of the Heavyweight World Grand Prix. Tonight's main event will be 5 5-minute rounds for the Bellator Heavyweight World Championship. Sanctioned by the California State Athletic Commission, Commissioner John Carvelli, Chair, Executive Officer at Cageside, Mr. Andy Foster. Our main event is brought to you by Miller Lite. Great taste, only 96 calories. And now, first fighting out of the blue corner, at 6'2", weighing in 227.8 pounds, looking to become the first to simultaneously hold 2 Bellator titles. He enters with 26 professional wins, 5 losses. Fighting out of Gilbert, Arizona, he is the reigning Bellator Light Heavyweight World Champion, Ryan Bader. And across the cage, his adversary fights out of the red corner. At 6 foot, weighing in 236.2 pounds, the icon tonight looks to add Bellator gold to an already incomparable career. He stands with 38 professional victories, 5 defeats. Ladies and gentlemen, the legendary heavyweight hailing from Stalinskoye, Russia, the last Emperor, Fedor. The referee in charge of the action, Mike Beltran.
Jumping over the rules already. Protect yourself at all times. Obey my commands at all times. Touch gloves now if you want. The sound of the bell, come on out. Handle your business. Let's go.
Not one, but 2 belts awarded to the winner of this fight. The World Heavyweight Grand Prix belt, the Bellator Heavyweight World Championship belt. Will it be Fedor or will it be Bader? Here we go! Tonight's Fight Club brought to you by Miller Lite. Great taste and only 96 calories. Red gloves for the last Emperor. Blue gloves for Ryan Darth Bader.
Bader trying to get rid of a little bit of nervous energy he's got in him. Fedor, being the normal stoic guy, is going to do a little bit of half hitch. That's his feint. And watch for that right. Oh, it's going to be over.
Big shot! And it's all over! Just like that! Ryan Bader knocks out Fedor Emelianenko!
Ladies and gentlemen, inside the Bellator cage, it comes to an end officially 35 seconds into round number 1 by knockout. He is the winner of the Heavyweight World Grand Prix and now the new Bellator Heavyweight World Champion, Ryan Bader.
His wife Daisy, his entire family here tonight to support the man who is going to take home a ton of gold with our president, Scott Coker. Ryan Bader will visit with my partner, Big John McCarthy.
I don't know if you can handle all this gold. I know it's a little heavy. But Ryan Bader, you just ended that fight with a lead left hook that Frank Mir called as the difference in this fight. He said, watch out for that lead left hook. That's what's going to be the thing that hits Fedor. How you feeling at this moment, champ?
Yeah, look, I had a great night, but first and foremost, man, I want to give it up to that man stood across the cage for me with Fedor, man. Please give him a hand. I had a good night, but he's had a storied career, one of the best to ever do it. It's an honor for me to be in the cage and fight and win the heavyweight title. Competing against that man, I have a ton of respect for him.
I got to say, there wasn't a whole lot with the fight. What was it like for you coming in for this last fight, knowing you were fighting him, when you were standing here with the anthems and everything? What was going through your head?
I was trying to keep it, away. I was trying to keep it away, but it would creep up there. Man, I'm fighting Fedor, one of the greatest of all time right now. Not only that, there's a lot at stake. Heavyweight championship, 2-division champion, but it's surreal, man. Ton of respect for him, where he's at to keep fighting, and man, what a night.
Absolutely, what a night, what a knockout. That left hand, when you hit him with the left hand, go ahead and look at it up there. I want you to see this lead left hook you hit him with. You set it up. Boom, you come over right on the button. You put him down. Did you think he was out with that shot? Or did you know that you had to finish him with that right?
I saw it went down pretty hard. I didn't want to follow up, but they didn't stop it yet, so I went in. But yeah, we were practicing that in the back all camp. You know, he keeps his hand down. He throws hard. I was looking for him. He was setting up that right hand. I beat him with a punch right there.
You can see just by the look on his face how hurt he is with that shot. All I can say is, wearing all of that gold, you are the champ. Are you going to defend both titles, or are you going to drop one and just defend one?
My team and I got to get with Bellator, figure out, you know, where we want to be. If they're, you know, if heavyweight, light heavyweight, you know, I want to defend both for sure. But we'll see where it is. You know, and first, I want to thank, you know, the brass, Scott Coker, Rich Chow, for putting this tournament together, man. It's a bracketed style tournament. It takes all the BS out of jockeying for a title shot. You win, you move on. You win, you move on. So there's one guy standing, you give him a belt.
I want to tell you, I've been privileged to be able to watch you grow as a fighter. You are fighting now at a level that has never been attained. You are incredible. You are the first double champion in Bellator. Congratulations.
I appreciate it, John. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the double champ, Ryan Darth Bader.
All right, boys, we are set to go. Let's take a look at the tail of the tape for the first fight of the night here at the PFL Championship. Magomadov, 28 years of age, 6'2", 184. There you see the 4-inch reach advantage that Boss spoke of. Taylor, 39 years of age, 5'11". Both men weighing in at 184 ready pounds. So we are set to go with $1 million on the line. For the official introductions, we send it inside the cage to Joe Martinez.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, live on NBCSN from the Hulu Theater here inside the world's most famous arena, Madison Square Garden, New York City. A very good evening and welcome to History in the Making. Tonight, 12 fighters will enter the cage, 6 will walk out with PFL Championship gold and $1 million. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's get this started right now. Here we go. 5 rounds of action this schedule in the PFL middleweight division for the World Championship. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. He's a wrestler standing 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in officially 183.5 pounds. In 22 professional fights, his record 17 victories, 4 defeats, and 1 draw. Here's the number 2 seeded middleweight out of Chicago, Illinois. Put the guns down, Lewis Taylor! And across the cage, his opponent stands fighting out of the red corner. Also a wrestler, he stands 6 feet 2 inches tall, weighing in officially 184 pounds, even in 26 professional fights. His record outstanding with 22 victories, 3 defeats, and 1 draw. He is the number 1 seeded middleweight out of Dusseldorf, Germany. Here is the boss, Magomedov! And your referee in charge of the action is Dan Margliata.
Remember, this is a championship bout, so 5 5-minute rounds, 10-point must system based on aggression and cage control, but no knees to the head of a grounded opponent and no elbows anywhere, anytime.
Let's go, fight.
So we are a long way from June when this whole thing got started, and here we are. It is championship time.
I like already what Magomedov is doing, just lifting his legs. Everything you're doing is annoying your opponent.
You got to think about it. Every time he picks that foot up, you don't know if he's throwing it or not. He did that in all of his earlier fights too, and it off-balances his opponent.
And that was a nice low kick. And the way Taylor stands, it's very hard for him to check those low kicks because his toes are pointing a little bit inside. That was on the shin.
Oh, he catches him early.
Oh my God!
That is
Left hook, unbelievable.
$1 million, Lewis Taylor.
Ladies and gentlemen, the end comes at the official time, 33 seconds, round number 1. We have your winner by KO, the world's newest millionaire and new PFL middleweight champion of the world, Lewis Taylor!
The reach advantage by Patricky Pitbull is slight, but he needs to use it. Michael Chandler very fast on the inside.
The world title on the line. It will be settled tonight at Dynamite 2. Here's Michael C. Williams.
Bellator's Dynamite 2 now features tonight's co-main event, 5 5-minute rounds for the vacant Bellator Lightweight World Championship. And now, first introducing the blue corner at 5'7", weighing in 155 pounds even. In his first title fight tonight, the Bellator veteran stands with 16 professional victories, 7 defeats. Hailing from the Tao Rio Grande do Norte, Brazil, presenting Patricky Pitbull. And across the cage, his adversary tonight fights out of the red corner at 5'8", weighing in 154.7 pounds, attempting to recapture the title tonight. The former Bellator lightweight world champion enters with 14 professional victories, only 3 defeats. Fighting out of Boca Raton, he hails from High Ridge, Missouri, introducing Iron Michael Chandler. And when the bell rings, the referee in charge of the action, Big John McCarthy.
Michael, tricky.
Challenge for the Bellator Lightweight Championship of the world. I want to protect yourself at all times, obey my commands at all times. Fight hard, but fight clean. Touch gloves now. Good luck to both of you.
4th time John McCarthy has reffed Michael Chandler. 4th time he has reffed Patricky Pitbull. But none of them close to having this kind of magnitude. And that is what it's all about.
All right, you ready? You ready? Get up!
I always tell people, when you think of Michael Chandler, you want to see him at his best, you want to see him at his worst. Look at the Caveman Rickles, their second fight. Started out fast and then faded in the second round.
It was interesting to me to listen to Michael Chandler talk about Patricky Pitbull as someone who starts fast and then fades, because that was the Patricky Pitbull he fought 5 years ago. It's turned around the last year.
Yeah, much more patient fighter. He looks for his spots, doesn't throw a lot in the first round.
To the point, that slow start cost him that fight with Derek Anderson, that split decision loss in December.
Very true. And what I said about the Caveman rematch is he started walking into punches, he had his hands down. Now, he caught Caveman, was able to finish him before Caveman could really capitalize, but, you know, dynamic and explosive in the first round, and then he starts fighting, fights with his face. He neglects his defense. He says, I've repaired that. That's not a part of my game anymore. Let's see if he's right.
There's the level change, and Patricky Pitbull, that's a big moment for him, the takedown defense. He was proud of it 5 years ago. In the first fight, he stuffed several takedown attempts for Michael Chandler.
And that was well set up. Nice off the jab. Wasn't from outside. It was a close takedown. He didn't get it.
Low blows were a big part of that first fight.
Lost a point.
It didn't matter in the big picture of the decision, because he ended up winning 29-27, winning the 3 round. But Patricky Pitbull will tell you, when you watch the fight, the tape sort of lives up to this. They came at times, Patricky was building up momentum.
Exactly. And depending on the referee, someone would just disqualified you for that many. Michael got the benefit of the doubt there.
Left jab got through for Michael Chandler. You can see he's playing chess right now, just trying to set up the takedown.
Chandler is faster, Patricky Pitbull more powerful, more naturally heavy-handed. That's the difference in their striking styles.
And a huge right to Michael Chandler, and it's over. Michael Chandler came in wanting to take the fight to the ground. Instead, he puts Patricky Pitbull to the ground, and we have a new lightweight world champion.
Let me amend that. Speed and power. Beautiful shot right on the chin. That was a technique knockout. Man, now it's Patricio and Michael Chandler going at it. Let's go! I'd think real hard about that, Patricio, because that was a great performance at 155.
Patricky talked about watching Patricio win the world title and his emotions getting the better of him at cage side. That just happened with Patricio, watching his brother get knocked out in his first world title fight. And the party will be going on in St. Louis all night long.
Both guys were patient. That's what I loved about this round. Look at this right hand. That's fast in slow motion.
Watch it in real time. That is one of the biggest shots we have seen this year. Earlier this year, Patricky Pitbull delivered one of the most devastating knockouts we have ever seen, beating Ryan Couture. Tonight, in the world title fight, he is the victim of Iron Mike Chandler. The new champion, Michael C. Williams, will make it official.
Ladies and gentlemen, inside the Bellator cage, the end comes suddenly. 2 minutes, 14 seconds into round number 1 by knockout. He is the new and now two-time Bellator lightweight world champion, Iron Michael Chandler.
Michael Chandler comes home again to St. Louis and to the title. He's with Jimmy.
I'm here with Missouri's own Iron Michael Chandler. We asked about 2 camps in a row. The pain, the monotony, the time away from your family, from everything you love. What does it mean to finally get that belt and make it all worth it?
It feels so great, but I mean, you know, I had a great opportunity here. I had a phenomenal double camp for this one fight. I've been down in the Black Zans for literally the last 3.5 months. Every single one of those guys made me better. I moved there for one reason and one reason only, and he's the big man right there named Neil Melanson, and he's the best ground coach in the world. And then it turns out I got a phenomenal striking coach in Henry Hooft and an amazing group of guys. And I'm just extremely, extremely excited, and I can't wait to defend this thing.
What about this building? What about this crowd? What about home makes you such a devastating fighter in here?
I'm just getting better. I'm getting better every single day. I want to be the best in the world. This crowd right here in St. Louis, you guys make me better. You guys make me want to go out here and knock people out and put on a show. I love each and every one of you. Thank you so much. God bless you.
We talked to Benson Henderson cage side. We said, do you want a rematch with Josh Thompson, or do you want the winner of this fight? What do you want most? And he said, all I want is gold, this gold that you have now. What's your message to him?
Hey, I would love to step in here and be his Huckleberry. I do have some unfinished business with Josh Thompson. I think that's a fight fans want to see. That's a fight Bellator wants. It's a fight I want. So either of those guys, I'm ready, and nobody is going to take this belt from me. I'm getting better every single day. Thank you, Black Zans. Thank you, coaches. Thank you, Neil Henry. Thank you, my beautiful wife, family. I love you guys.
And you heard it. He'll defend it against anybody. The new lightweight champion, Iron Michael Chandler.
The tail of the tape in the main event.
Look at the height advantage. 4 inches taller for Liam McGeary, but the reach, only 2 inches. Phil Davis, very, very, very long arms.
Go, you ready? Liam, you ready? Let's get up.
One thing Liam McGeary does not want to do is give up on his footwork. He always wants to be angling. He doesn't want to stand in front of the wrestler and give him an easy target for that takedown.
Yeah, Liam came out with a kick right off the bat. That's a great way to create space. You know, if you can't touch a guy, he's too far away. Phil Davis cannot use any wrestling right now. The first rule in wrestling, you must stick your hand out straight. If it doesn't touch your opponent, he's too far away. Phil's going to need to figure out this distance and step in a little bit before he's going to get any action going.
Chael Sonnen joining us here for this main event. It's been 535 days for Liam McGeary. A lot of potential for Cage Rush. Remember, that fight was just a 4-minute fight that he had.
I think it's easy to forget when you look at him. For his build, Liam McGeary is 6'6", but fast, athletic, quick. He's not an awkward, gangly kind of guy. He's fast.
Yeah, absolutely. Phil Davis is known for that rear power kick. I will remind everybody, Liam McGeary just had a knee injury. I don't actually know which knee it was, but Phil is attacking the lead knee. If Phil wants to turn this again into any kind of a grappling contest, he is going to have to take a 6-inch step forward. He's just simply out of range right here.
Now, my question for you, Chael, is does he have to get Liam McGeary to bite, to think he's going to actually strike with him before that takedown will work?
Yes, that's what he did. So that's what Phil Davis did so well in the King Mo bout, is he mixed in punches. When Mo started to defend the punches, he changed elevation and went for the tackle. Right here, he is too far out. I trust that Phil knows that. He's made a couple of shot attempts. They were a little bit half-hearted. McGeary had no problem stopping them, but I don't believe that Phil is quite mixing it up the way he intends to.
Remember, Phil Davis had a slow start against King Mo. That's the best shot in the first round. Phil Davis, the left that landed.
McGeary's trying to clinch it up. That hurt him.
Not bad either. Not a bad takedown attempt by McGeary.
That's a bad sign when the striker goes in for a takedown against the wrestler. I think that hurt him.
And it gets to the ground.
Now, Jimmy, that's what you were talking about earlier. McGeary conceded that takedown without making the wrestler and Phil Davis burn up energy. He's got to do what we call earn the takedown.
Right into full mount. Worst place you could be against Phil Davis.
Phil Davis just landed into full mount. He didn't even have to advance. Remember where Liam McGeary was against Tito Ortiz. He was in this exact same spot against the fence.
The guys, in a normal contest, if you're in Phil Davis's position, you're out of the woods, you're a little bit safe. Not against McGeary. This is a similar position that he finished a couple opponents, including his last one in Tito Ortiz. You are not safe in side control with this gentleman because of the length of his legs.
Phil Davis knows it.
And what Phil's doing, he's not playing jiu-jitsu. It's a wrestling ride. Going to the cinch now. Trying to keep it in the wrestling wheelhouse. And right here, not trying to put hooks in, not going for anything, trying to ride him down, take some of the energy out of him.
That's why we talked about the Magalesh fight, because that's what he did. He stayed safe on the ground.
But Magalesh, much more traditional jiu-jitsu.
The first thing Liam's going to need to do before he can even start to defend himself, guys, is get that wrist back. Phil Davis, that's an old Penn State college wrestling technique. But he's going to have to get it free now. He's got it back, but Phil Davis on top, swinging away. Oh, beautiful transition.
Liam rolls out and avoided a potentially massive left hand from Phil Davis.
I tell you, these kicks by Phil are a little bit sloppy, but they are landing. It really doesn't matter if the technique's perfect if it keeps touching its target.
And now, Liam McGeary's in this situation where he respects now the power of Phil Davis. Phil hurt him with that left hook, for sure.
And he knows he's got work to do if he's going to steal this first round back.
I think this is a kind of get out of the round situation. He's been hurt, he was on the ground, and he's a great finisher. You might want to go, hey, I'm just trying to stay off the ground for this next 40 seconds. 4 more rounds to go.
He's been going forward here pretty hard ever since he got back to his feet.
He wants some get back. He got hurt, he wants to hurt him back, but that could be a deadly trap.
Now there's better defense. Liam sinks his hips, he uses the cage, he digs what we call an underhook. He's making Phil work here, and that stuffs it. The story of this round, guys, even bigger than the takedown perhaps, could have been the leg kicks of Phil Davis. They really found their mark.
In a first round that swung towards Phil Davis, this was the big moment that started.
That left hook, wide, but landed right on the jaw. That hurt Liam McGeary, and that's what set up the takedown, the mount, the ground and pound, all that left hook.
Round 1, gentlemen, to Phil Davis.
10-9 Phil, that's what I saw.
Definitely. The takedown was the story of fight. He went right into good position with the mount. But Liam is marching forward, and that can be a very frustrating thing for any fighter. Phil's dealing with it well, but he's still not finding his range if he wants to make this a grappling contest, which is his strength.
Careful with the shots. Get him up. Get him up. Nope.
Preemptive from John McCarthy.
Anytime as a fighter, when you think you have a serious advantage, a particular position, man, I'm the better kickboxer, I'm the better wrestler, I have better jiu-jitsu, it can be disheartening when you're shown, oh my God, this guy has skills too. I thought Liam McGeary thought, well, I've got the definite advantage on the feet. That punch kind of turned the fight around, at least that round around for sure.
I think it really surprised him. That mixed in with Phil Davis putting in these kicks. And they're really finding them. I'll tell you, from a technical standpoint, I got a couple of problems with those kicks, but boy, they are landing everything. He's not throwing an air ball yet.
What's your problem with kicks?
He's not turning his hips. He's not stepping offline. His hands are in a little bit of the wrong position, which takes the power away. That said, nothing trumps the kick landing.
They're slappy kicks, but they're finding the mark.
Meanwhile, ladies and gentlemen, takedown defense from Liam McGeary.
Much better than we anticipated. Part of that, like you said, Joe, is the range. He's shooting from a little further outside than he would like. Liam McGeary can see it coming a little better than I thought. That, you know, if these were closer takedowns, you might not be able to see him coming.
Yeah, that's right. The reach of Liam is causing Phil a little bit of a problem. That's why he's using his legs instead of his hands. They're just not quite finding their mark. Until he can land solid punches, he can't change elevation and go for the tackle like he did in the King Mo fight.
So a lot of people thought he lost. Those first 2 rounds were very close. Easily could have gone to King Mo. Big third round for Phil Davis.
Knee kick, beautiful.
Liam not conceding the position this time. Liam looking to get that leg and knee in there, keep the space, and eventually he's going to use that fence to walk his back up it. Phil looking to pass.
Where Phil Davis has won so many fights, just grinding it out. Now here's Liam McGeary trying to use those long legs.
Could go on the right for a leg lock if he could get the weight off of that leg, but Phil Davis put a lot of pressure on him. Right in
Great step over.
Right through the legs.
Phil Davis, remember, loves that Kimura.
That's where those long arms help him out. He's able to get it from a lot of positions you wouldn't expect. Now you see that leg he's keeping across the legs of Liam McGeary. That's to prevent that triangle step over that he got Kelly Anderson with. That was from side control, but if he can block the legs, he doesn't have to worry about it now in the mount.
Looking for an arm triangle. I don't know how much jeopardy Liam is in of Phil submitting him here, but he's getting led. If this is a dance, guys, only one person can lead at a time. If Phil is the one doing the offense, whether it's good technique that's going to be effective or not, the opponent must respond. And if Liam is on the response, he's not on the attack.
And he's banking minutes, he's banking rounds.
Can you be, if you're Liam McGeary, too comfortable?
Yeah, completely. That was one of the problems leading into this fight. He talked about his guard and who's going to catch him. He's very comfortable in the back. I've seen a lot of fighters lose rounds and lose fights that way, relying on their guard. And I tell guys a lot of times, when the other guy's on top, he's probably winning in the eyes of the judges. But Phil, he's been in full mount. He's had dominant positions. It hasn't been a toss-up.
Completely dominant, and Liam is just not going to be able to get going here as long as Phil stays aggressive. Now, if Phil starts eating up clock, we can see a different story, but this is a very effective ground round for Phil Davis.
Now, he isn't committing to any one submission, but he's always threatening with his submission. That's what's keeping Liam McGeary on the defensive.
Now, Phil's going to want to push that arm to the ground. And here's what you were just talking about.
Yep, into that leg lock, able to relieve the pressure.
He's done it twice, once in each round, but he gave up a lot of time on the ground to Phil Davis in each round.
Tremendous explosion. I'm a little confused why Liam isn't more tired, more exhausted. I mean, he's bouncing up to his feet, and now he's the one charging forward.
Through 2.
Right. Get up.
Are we 2-0 Phil Davis right now?
2-0 Phil Davis at both 10-9.
2-0 Phil Davis, but we got a champion in Liam McGeary who is coming forward, pushing the pace. He needs to keep this distance. He did a really good job of it in the first round. He needs to keep this space. Phil cannot touch him and cannot get to the grappling component from this range. A couple more kicks up the middle for Liam. Lead with that jab.
When you talk to Phil about this fight, he talks about his wrestling experience. I mentally break guys. I wear them down. They don't want me more. That hasn't happened yet with Liam McGarry. Have him ahead, but Liam McGarry is still mentally in the fight.
Surprisingly, Jimmy, particularly when you look at the positions that Phil was able to get him in. Full mount, dropping elbows, looking for submissions, but all of a sudden Liam springs back up to his feet and he's ready to fight. He's newly energized. He should be exhausted from those positions, gentlemen.
Yep. Liam in midair went for something, too, on the way to the ground, so he's always thinking.
Very tricky. Now going for the leg lock again. Got to get that weight off the leg. That's the key. Phil desperate to keep the pressure on that left leg, and so far he's doing it. Right into mount. You have to make a fighter work harder than that to pass your guard.
He hasn't made him work in each round. He has conceded that.
It's the jiu-jitsu version of an easy takedown. You can't let a guy just easily pass your guard.
It is stunning how easily he lets him go for that. It's as though he has a technique from this position, but as we've learned from rounds 1 and 2, he does not. He's just simply losing this position. Now right here, Phil Davis is starting to trap this arm. He wants to get the arm down to the mat and pull to the side, and he goes to the opposite side for an arm triangle.
He's threatening but not committing.
That's correct.
That's been the story of him on the ground so far.
His offense is keeping Liam McGarry on defense.
Exactly.
Phil Davis, again, is going to step out of full mount, or at least try to trap those legs, and that's what's giving Liam McGarry a chance to escape. And he's got his mindset on that arm.
That's to keep him from turning and making this a scramble. That's what he's doing there.
Boy, McGarry is all legs at times, isn't he? These legs are coming from all over the place. Phil pins him back down. This would be a good opportunity to go to mount, and he does.
Easy. Easy.
We talked over and over again about Liam McGarry conceding takedowns. Little did we know he'd be conceding full mount over and over and over again.
That I find surprising. I thought we'd see a little more closed guard work from Liam McGarry. Open guard, but man, Phil's just stepping right over it. It's not even there.
Phil is just locked in on those wrists, and Liam has to clear the wrist before he can move. It's just a really great offense here by Phil Davis.
Liam thinks he can hit the home run, but in the process of looking for that pitch, he's giving the rounds away.
Exactly. He's giving up singles over and over and over again, or you can lose a game that way pretty easily.
This is better than trying to pump with 2 strikes.
Now give him a pass. They won the game. Come on. You're so negative. You're so negative.
108 years, but it feels like it's been that long since Liam McGarry's been in there. He swore to us, cage rush, not an issue. He's had long layoffs before. He's never had a long layoff and then walked into a fighter of this caliber.
Now, it's like I said before, I think he thought he'd have his way when it came to the submission game. He's not. Phil Davis is more prepared than he realized.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And Liam not only giving up the takedown, but he's giving up the position. I think that's the part that surprises us. I think we all knew that Phil had the potential, like a stereotypic wrestler, to ground and pound, but to dominate position and look for submission, I got to tell you, as an athlete in this weight class, more than being an analyst, as an athlete in this weight class, this is a problem to deal with. Phil Davis's style here is a big problem for any 205-pounder.
Back to the wrestling ride, and he rolls for the knee bar, but not able to get the weight off the legs. Phil knows when to move and when to put pressure on his base. He has that mastered, and right now, Liam McGarry hasn't found his own offense on the ground. He can heel kick, he can't heel kick the head.
He went right for the shoulder. You know, that's a risky game. I don't think I've seen a guy do that before.
If you're off a couple inches, you lose a point real easily.
And now Liam McGarry, who spent the entire fight looking for the home run shot in the final 2 rounds, is going to need a home run shot from a world championship. 3-0, gentlemen.
I have it 3-0. The only question is, that last round could have been a 10-8. It was that dominant. I didn't see that fight-ending moment that, makes me say 10-8, but it certainly could be.
That's exactly right. Ray Charles could see this is all Phil Davis thus far.
Another left hook. Now, the problem is you can be a great finisher, but it sucks to have to finish, and Liam McGarry's getting in that I have to finish mode.
Yeah, that's right. I'm not sure what Liam's going to change up here. He's got to stop the takedown. If he wants to do that, he needs to stay real busy with the jab, even that front kick that's coming up the middle, and try to get this on his feet. Look, I think we've seen thus far that he's not going to get it done on the ground. I think we've just got to start going to plan B, which is perhaps a look for the knockout.
The rub at this point, the contradiction, is that to get the knockout, he's got to be more aggressive. He has to walk forward and walk into the takedown, perhaps, to Phil Davis. He can't afford, I think, to hang back and use the jab. Phil Davis can eat 2 rounds and win this fight, so he has to step forward. He has to take risks. He has to be aggressive. That leads to the takedown of Phil Davis. That's a problem he has to solve.
That is the tough part about strategy. At this point, all Phil Davis has to beat is the clock. Liam McGeary has got to beat Phil Davis.
Finish. Having great rounds isn't good enough right now.
And as we talk about over and over again with undefeated fighters, what do you do the first time that everything that has worked for you your entire life is no longer working?
Liam McGeary just had a pretty good knee to the body. Phil's pushed through that, but I could see that landing. He's looking for a reversal. Looked like he had some momentum there, but the hips are so heavy of a national champion wrestler like Phil Davis.
He knows when to move. He knows when to put pressure down.
I tell you, there is no closed guard by Liam McGeary. There's no resting. There's no conceding. He is trying to win this fight. He's just not finding opportunities.
Looking for a triangle, can't get it.
Now a lot more sweat. We're late in the fight.
It doesn't get easier. Yeah.
And I think we're seeing a little bit what Dominic Cruz had told me before the fight, that we've got a guy who knows how to operate on the ground. And to the point you made earlier, Phil is constantly threatening. He's not necessarily looking to finish it, but he's threatening you and making you respond. And all the while, a second ticks off the clock. And that's all he's got to beat at this point.
And it hasn't cut now. As if Liam McGeary didn't have enough problems.
We're not seeing a lot of shrimping from Liam McGeary. Typically a bottom man caught and mount would look to put both hands on a hip, shrimp to one side, push him off. Phil is keeping him so occupied that he just hasn't been able to get any offense going.
And Liam McGeary's escapes tend to be kind of a scrambling sort of jiu-jitsu. He doesn't do the fundamental shrimp you're talking about. He doesn't oopa and move and do all these things. It's almost like he has small man's jiu-jitsu. He's always trying to grab something and roll out, and Phil hasn't allowed that. It's uncovering the fact that there are fundamental things that Liam McGeary isn't used to having to do.
That's right. And Liam McGeary, look, he is being dominated in the last 10 minutes of this fight, gentlemen, but he has not conceded.
No, not
Liam McGeary is still out here battling. He's just caught in a position that he's losing. He's losing this position, and Phil Davis, to his credit, continually puts him back in the same position. Very smart. They will always tell you in a fight, if something works in a fight, just keep doing it. With the theory being your opponent cannot correct it on the fly. And Phil Davis is a great example of that right here tonight.
And so is Liam in his inability to correct it.
And what do I always say? If I talk about your heart and your guts, there's a problem. We're talking about the heart and guts and resilience of Liam McGeary. So he's getting owned in there.
We knew this fight would take place largely on the ground. The question was, could Phil Davis keep himself safe? And he has brilliantly for 4 full rounds.
Yeah, Mount's pretty safe. Side control, he's pretty safe.
He has been there 95% of the time this fight's been on the ground.
And still, Phil is still threatening. Now here's a great position. Phil was in a contest with Brian Stan and had a very similar position. Traps ahead with his legs, puts both his hands on one arm of his opponent.
He's going for it, finally committing. And out goes Liam McGeary. That's why he hasn't been committing. He didn't want to give up position. Tried it then with just a few seconds left in the round. With everything going wrong for Liam McGeary, that elbow right over the left eye of Liam McGeary. He is cut, he is bleeding. It's adding to the miserable time he's having in the cage tonight.
That's a puzzle he can't solve.
Phil Davis has fought a brilliant fight. He is way ahead, closing in on a world title. For Chael Sonnen, that doesn't mean it's necessarily going to happen for you.
Listen, it's real simple, guys. He needs to dance with the one that brought him. He needs to close that distance, drag Liam down again, look for that mount, start attacking submissions, eat up that clock, and go home. And I've seen plenty of athletes, and I can tell you from personal experience, if you get away from that, you can learn. One round can change everything.
Against a submission ace on the ground. And Liam McGeary.
Went hard for the Kimura, but couldn't get it. My scorecard, it's 4 rounds to none. All of them 10-9. The only question is, last couple of rounds could have gone 10-8, but it's a wipeout for Phil Davis.
Oh, wow. Liam went for it there.
For a second.
He had the head. He wasn't under the chin. It was hard for us to see when he started to pull guard. I trusted he was under the chin. But here we are, deja vu. Rounds 1 through 4 all over again. Phil Davis inside mount. And just annoying. He's just annoying Liam is what he's doing. He's just keeping him busy. He's occupying his mind, shutting his offense down. Now this is the closest he's had to this arm triangle. Phil's looked for that a couple times, but he never got his ear to the far side. He's got it now, guys.
He doesn't want to overcommit in loose position. You saw him there, weigh the options, and stay with full mount. Smart move.
Yep, he has made his decision that he is going to go to a decision.
Exactly.
I really like what Phil's doing with this knee. He'll keep his knee on nice and heavy. He'll bring it over to mount sometimes. He'll go back and just put the knee on the belly. That really does shut Liam down.
He has been so well prepared for this night.
Look at that, shin right across the arm. He's just annoying him. He's constantly distracting him, giving Liam something to think about that takes away from his own offense. It's a very, very effective plan. I'm just surprised that he's been disciplined enough to stick with it for going on 23 minutes.
I'm going to respectfully disagree. Running out of hot water in a shower, that's annoying. This is hell. Phil Davis, as long as he's been underneath Phil Davis, that is pure misery.
I will concede to your metaphor. Absolutely, Jimmy. But look at this. Look, he just keeps bugging him. Yeah. He's not really doing it, but boy, he's bugging him. And now he's reaching under the head, grabbing the far armpit. It's just bothering him.
What's really going to bother him is in 2 minutes when he puts his belt around his waist.
Yep.
Desperation time for Liam McGeary.
And Phil steps back over to full mount again.
He's just camped right there on the chest of Liam McGeary throughout this fight.
He needs to keep this wrist as long as he can.
The long journey of the 32-year-old from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, Phil Davis, is 90 seconds away from the top of the mountain. And he has been king of the mountain all night in that spot. Liam is exhausted.
He's been carrying his own weight for 25 minutes. He's been carrying the weight of his opponent for 25 minutes. It's just not gone his way at all. Phil Davis has made this dominant.
Go back, and Liam McGeary will watch these 25 minutes, and you wonder how many openings were there? How many true openings did Phil Davis even give him?
From a jiu-jitsu perspective, not a lot. Not a lot. He tried to capitalize as much as he could have, but Phil Davis was excellent with the pressure, excellent with the pass. That's something he can say is that I didn't let a lot of finishing opportunities go by.
And there he comes right back up with this heavy knee, this shin that just pins Liam down. Effective enough to stop, and then he goes right back into the mount.
For 25 minutes, Phil Davis paints the corners, pitches a perfect game, and is about to become the world champion.
Ladies and gentlemen, having gone the distance, we'll go to your 3 cage-side judges. Your first judge, Eric Colon, scores the fight 50-43. Judge Sue Sanidad scores the fight 50-45. Your third and final judge, Brian Miner, scores the fight 50-44. All see it for the winner by unanimous decision. And now the new Bellator Light Heavyweight World Champion, Phil, Mr. Wonderful Davis.
The first major free agent to make the jump is the first to get to the top of the mountain.